Hey everyone, this is J-Dog, and I'm here with another video. If you are not familiar with this man, because let me tell you something, a lot of people know who this man is. This is former President Bill Clinton. I'm telling this that who he is to those who still, for some reason, don't know who this man is. He is getting called out on certain YouTube videos, social media, for disrespecting the late Stokely Carmichael, aka Kwame Ture, a former member of the Black Panther Party. Bill Clinton attacked Stokely Carmichael during the funeral of John Lewis. As you know, John Lewis is the former another civil rights activist. He died. He's also a member of was a former member of Congress who died just recently at the age of 80 due to cancer. Bill Clinton was praising John Lewis for getting beat up at a bridge in Selma, and then forgiving the officers by saying thank you for their service. But then, that's what Bill Clinton was praising John Lewis, only to attack Stokely Carmichael, aka Kwame Ture. The reason why Kwame Ture went from Stokely Carmichael to Kwame Ture was because he wanted an African name. He wanted what he called a proud black name, because he thought that Carmichael, that the name he was originally named, was a slave name or American name. So he believed in Pan-Africanism. He believed in black liberation. He was the guy who wasn't taking beatings. He was the guy who wanted black people to do the beating, at least in self-defense. But he wanted black people to be the ones that actually fight back, not being the one that takes beatings like John Lewis was about nonviolence. The flaw about being nonviolent is that when you go to the point of just taking abuse from corrupt, racist police officers, but then forgiving them and saying thank you for your service, that shows a bit of weakness. Eventually, it gets to the point where no matter what, you're gonna have to eventually fight back. But that's why the white supremacists, the racists, praise John Lewis. They praise him for getting beat up, but they crap on people like Malcolm X, Minister Louis Farrakhan, and of course Stokely Carmichael, because aka Kwame Ture, because they were the guys, they were the black individuals who believe in self-defense, doing for self, doing for the black, specifically the black community, and the purpose of fighting back no matter what. And Bill Clinton is, like I said, he's getting chewed at and called out on social media and YouTube for his disrespect of the late Kwame Ture, aka Stokely Carmichael. But this shows you the racism of not just the Republicans, but the Democrats as well. Bill Clinton tricked the black people to voting for him in not one but two presidential elections. The 1993 and 1996 presidential elections. Actually, the 1992 and 1996 presidential elections. 1993 was when he was first officially inaugurated into the White House. Bill Clinton manipulated and tricked black people by playing a saxophone on the Arsenio Hall show, I believe what it was. I was a little kid, almost a toddler, just going from baby to toddler when that happened. I'm in my 30s now, but that's what happened. And yeah, because I was 4 when he was first sworn into office. I was 4 years old. So I was like a little kid, a toddler, when he was first sworn in. And then he was the one that did that 3 strikes laws and signed Joe Biden's crime bill. Joe Biden wrote the crime bill, and he signed into law, and also added that they add a 3-strike rule. And that was knowing that this was going to be racist towards the black community. Hundreds of black people, maybe thousands, millions of black people are now in mass incarceration, even for little stuff like petty theft and just a little bag of weed. Nothing that's not any. So yeah, they're being punished for non-violent crimes. They're giving, like punishments that you would give to a person who committed rape or murder, but they're giving those punishments to someone who just had a little bag of weed or petty theft. I'm like, those guys you can rehabilitate. You know, they don't. They should not do certain things, but that doesn't mean they should be punished severely harsh, because then that leads to that leads to mass incarceration, which is going on right now, and it negatively affected the black community. It really destroyed the black community. Look at where we are now as a result. Look at the black community as a result of this injustice. And he played a part of it. He wanted to make tougher rules on black people, yet he can keep his self together, or his despite the fact being married to Hillary and having a daughter named Chelsea, he was messing around with other women. He was hanging out with Jeff Epstein, a known rapist who's now deceased. And then, of course, having an affair with Monica Lewinsky, her secretary. His secretary. Yeah, that's right. See, he wanted to demonize black people using the crime bill to cause mass incarceration, but yet his hands ain't clean either. And I know he's done a lot more evil stuff in his past and even in this present. But yet he wanted to attack Kwame Ture, because Kwame Ture was not the type of black man that was going to take beatings. He was going to be the one that wanted to dish out beatings, not take it like John Lewis. Like I said, that's why they praised John Lewis. It's because he was the one that was taking the beatings. They hate the black person that actually gives the beatings. But F you, Bill Clinton. Yeah, F you. I hope you burn in hell one day. Yeah, his karma is going to come eventually. Bill Clinton's karma is going to finally come. A matter of fact, has already come in many ways. Like the fact that his rotten wife, Hillary, couldn't win the 2016 election. So that's a sign of that he's already suffered tons of karmas already. The fact that he's being exposed for other evil stuff is part of his karma as well. But his karma is going to eventually get even worse. But that's all I have to say about this piece of garbage that is the former president, Bill Clinton. But I want to know what y'all think in the comment section about this situation. Yeah, write down in the comment section what you think. Do be careful how you write certain comments, because especially if you're watching this on YouTube, because they will try to delete comments and stuff like that. And if you are being disrespectful to me, to other if you're being disrespectful to me and agreeing with the actions of Bill Clinton and stuff like that, then your comment will be removed and you will be blocked. But if you are respecting me and agreeing with me or saying something else, but YouTube doesn't like it, and they remove your comment, it is most likely YouTube that's removed it. But still, write down in the comment section. I want to know what y'all think. Make sure you subscribe, hit that notification bell, share this video. Also, we'll leave links to my different accounts like YouTube, Black Junction, for you to follow me on. But that's all I have to say about this story. This is J-Dog. Thank you for watching, and I hope to catch y'all in another video. Peace, everyone.